Yeah, the music in this game overall is really solid. The only one I'm not a huge fan of is the stage 4 theme, I believe. Like, most of the stage 4 theme is fine, it's just the one bit that kind of turns into the generic MLG-style dubstep wub-wub that I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, I think the OGG files, I think some of them might be different versions of the songs as well, because I think the comments for Raisin's theme, it mentions, like, an older version. What's good, are you? Hey you. Hey you. Football. Have you played this game? You should play this game. You like Toho. You like Tuhum. I've actually been trying to get a mod for the fighting game for Soku working. I say the fighting game despite the fact that there have been, like, technically 4 or 5 of them now, I think. Yeah, also this game is currently 40% off, I think, so if you were like, maybe I'll hold off until the sale, good news. You were talking about 12.3 yesterday evening? Hell yeah. Because I was gonna say, there's apparently like an entire, like, launcher now that can download mods and stuff, and they have, like, rollback kind of built in. It's got, like, actual lobbies hacked into the client now. Yeah, 12.3 is Hisoten Soku. It's had a couple of different rollback patches. Rollback has kind of been floating over the project for ages, but I wanted to get a pack specifically called Soku 2 because apparently it adds like 8 new characters, which sounds wild, and I want to try it, but I haven't been able to get it to work. Like, I get the launcher working and it gets in the game and I see all like the custom lobby stuff, but then the character select screen, it's just like 10 copies of Reimu, and I don't think it's actually working correctly. That's definitely not intended behavior, so I gotta poke around with that a little more. Because it's got, like, I know it has Moko, who was, you know, originally planned to be in the game, but then it has some weird picks, like Tay is there, you know, famous fighting game character who showed up in a single game, and one of the playable characters in Phantasmagoria Flower View, Tay. Character who famously does not have any dialogue in her original appearance. I know she's playable in 9, but, like, she's not what I think of when I think, oh yeah, fighting game. Yeah, you play more Sakuya. Also, apparently there's also, like, balance mods and stuff as well to, like, change the mechanics, do more, like, bulletproof combos and stuff. It's I haven't poked around at it too much because I'm still trying to get Soku 2 working, but that could be kind of fun. Anyways, I'm babbling. We're gonna play some Lens Night Sky today. Can I not stop? Hang on. I'm just trying to get it to reset the music because I'm in the music room right now. There we go. Sorry, you don't have it on screen now, but you know, as much. Alright, so, preemptive warning. I have fully cleared the game. So, by virtue of even going to the character select, if you want to stay completely blind on this, actually what I could do is temporarily switch to the stream start. That way you're not going to get spoiled, because there is one more additional character that you can play as in this game that I'm not going to show you, because if you have seen my previous stream, you might be able to guess who it is, but we're going to leave that as a fun exercise at home for people at home. So we're gonna start with a Reimu run. Yeah, I've done all the epilogues. I finally unlocked those. I do kind of wish the base 3 characters, I kind of wish their epilogues were all kind of unified, because we're like unlocking stuff. Yeah, Reimu, so this game, I don't know if you've seen it before, it takes place, I think Reimu's like in her 30s now, canonically, in this portrayal, so she worked out, she got ripped. I'm just gonna play normal, no modifiers. The story stuff doesn't change at all. I believe this is still all the same, so you're not going to get spoiled by me watching this, but we'll probably be skipping the cutscenes for the most part, because we've seen these already. It's Yukari. She says go to the moon, you know, as she do. Alright. So I want to show off a... I mean, I might try and do a run with every character, depending on how well we do. But I want to show off a very funny interaction that Reimu has with the final boss. Oh, that's risky. Oh, that's tremendously risky. They're dropping all the treats on the ground. I want treats. You know what, I'm going to go to the shop to just slurp everything up. What do we got? The fuck you, Yukari. I can't even afford any of these. I don't have any money. Also, this is a very funny spell card. Replaces everything with whatever the last letter in that item's name is. Like, it replaces anything that starts with the last letter, it replaces it with something that matches, so... I wonder how this works. I wonder if every item in the game has, like, a Shiritori-friendly option, you know? I wonder how this works with the glitch items, actually. Because they have weird names. Yeah, we can't afford any of these, so... Zoop! I can't even sell off a single stat point. I have none stats to sell at the moment. I could sell my spell cards, but like I think Reimu's spell card is like one of the strong ones. Because like it's a little awkward for directly dealing damage, but it's also really solid for clearing bullets. Localizing this game would be a nightmare, Shiritori. I don't know if this game has like different language options. Can talk with you later. Nope. Ugh. Even with a level 2 graze, it still feels tiny. I don't like it. There we go. There we go. There's an orb. There's a fine circle. Do I get a capture? Oh well. One more orb, please. I'm gonna play it real dangerously here. Because I want those treats. Okay, we're getting some power now. We're cooking. We're cooking. See if we can cap out power before we go to the store here. Yeah, there we go. The nice thing is going to stores gives you an auto-collect on everything on screen. Tsushidoko real. Fat fuck. Lycanthropy is also pretty good. This is kind of bonkers on Sumiriko. Actually, this is a really nice shop for Sumiriko. Damn, I wonder what that's like. I should probably buy Lycanthropy to start. I think that's going to be the most upfront beneficial. Yeah, so this is... I don't know if you ever played Unconnected Marketeers. It's kind of like that, but rather than just simply collecting money and then spending it in a shop, you are selling your stats and your items. And it works on a credit-based system, so you can't take your money like out of the shop afterwards. Like, you can't just stock up, you know, 50 credits and then spend it whenever you want. Like, it has to be spent right then and there. So there are some items that let you carry a bit of a balance, but generally you can't do that. So it's kind of a constant balancing act of figuring out, you know, can I afford selling off my stuff? Can I survive selling off my stats, or will this get me killed? So we just bought Lycanthropy, so now we get an additional orb, slightly more damage, extra stats, you know. Yeah, there's also like mutators, I guess is the best way to describe them, where you can either increase or decrease the difficulty of your run based on which ones you take. Generally, I play without them, though. So I need to try a plus 64 run or whatever it is with like every single thing turned on, because that would be stupid. The highest level mutator, I believe, is the one that enables gravity. Like you have to jump like you're playing Touhou 1. Like you get stuck to the bottom of the screen and you get a double jump. But like you still dodge bullets and stuff like you would normally. Let's see. Oh, I like the encyclopedia, actually. Oh, Danmaku Envy is really good, though. Oh, do I sell Lycanthropy? Actually, can I afford these? I might be able to afford these. Yeah, I could afford... Oh, no, wait, these are both 4. Maybe I do sell Lycanthropy. Because I like getting the graze bonus for just... There are a lot of ways to make your graze box very silly in this game. Because Encyclopedia, not only does it give you that effect of blocking, you know, run, ender attacks, but also, I think it reveals information about... Is it this one? No, I think it's a different one. I think it's a different item, actually. There's another item similar to this that reveals any, like, hidden or obfuscated effects. So, for example, any glitch items that show up. I think it makes them more common, then also makes them, like, revealed. It tells you all the info. There are some unlocks for curses. I think there's one for, like, clearing on, like, plus 30 or something like that, I think. And the problem with Lycanthropy is that pink circle makes it really hard to tell where my graze is. Okay, we're good now, though. Yeah, the one that lets you just craft a pre-made build is really busted. Anyways. Punch Dog. Oh god, the extra speed is weird. I'm so used to focus mode going slowly. I'm just gonna fantasy seal this. I got double charges, I'm not spending them. Capturing in this game, if you've never seen it before, works differently from the mainline series games in that you don't capture it by not taking damage or bombing, you have to capture it by grazing enough to fill up the bar at the bottom. So for example, if I graze enough here, I will eventually fill up the bar. You can see there it's at 12% right now, so certain cards can actually be kind of tricky to capture because they don't offer you a ton of bullets, but capturing, it does give you extra health and spell card charge when you do it. So it is useful, but at the same time, it's not like... It is generally better, I think, to not capture if it means you're going to get hurt by doing so when under orb. Yeah, the bar also goes down, like if you don't graze anything for a bit. It does go up to 200%, or 199%. Yeah, 4th character's loadout is weird. God, I have so many orbs, I have so many orbitals. This is the strategy I kind of found for this wave of, like, sideways shooting fairies, is just kind of hang out a little below default point of collection, and then go up every now and then to just grab everything. Oh god, that was dangerous. And then get back, because depending on what pattern you get next, it can be... just spawn something on top of you and then you die, or take damage. Also, this game doesn't use traditional lives system like in most Touhou games. It uses health, so like you still have lives. I currently have 3 lives. You can see my little moon counter in the corner there. The number of things orbiting is how many lives you have. Let's see. Oh, this is the weird shot type. I might grab Branch Shrine, actually. I'm not gonna... So every stage, once you clear the game once, it gets a unique machine in the shop. So this one rerolls your entire inventory, but keeps the value, so you can't just, you know, fill your inventory with literal junk and hope to reroll into, like, you know, Gesture of the Drowned or whatever. But I do love the constant, like, back and forth of balancing, you know, should I sell my stuff? Should I hold off for a bit to the next shop? Can I survive this upcoming pattern? Can I survive this upcoming boss with less health for a powerful item? It's really fun. Oh god. This is a little scary. My problem is my orbitals are not tremendously strong, because, you know, they're homing orbitals, they're not meant to be powerful. But also it is a little awkward to shoot sideways with Reimu. What do we got? Blue UFO. Hail Mary is potentially really strong. Ooh, Thrill Sealer is also really good too. I might grab that. I don't think I want the Wooden Axe. Not Garfield, it's Michael. Because I definitely want Thrill Sealer. That is fantastic for getting grazes. Hail Mary is also potentially very good. I might sell Lycanthropy. Also, yeah, generally, with, I think, a few exceptions, most items will sell for the same amount that you buy them for, so, like, even if you get a discount on something, it doesn't mean that you can sell it at full price. No, randomizer as in this thing where you buy it and it randomizes your inventory based on its item value. I'm going to sell Lycanthropy, I'm going to buy, well, I'm going to sell off a couple stats here. So I definitely want Thrill Stealer, and I wonder if I could... Do I just sell another orb? Can I sell an orb? I'm gonna sell an orb. Because Hail Mary, like, this game does not have spell cards work the way they work normally in the base games. You get a tiny bit... I don't remember if it even makes you, like, fully invincible when you pop it, but it'll clear a radius around you, like, very, very small. I think you get, like, a very brief period of invincibility. So, getting extra time on that can be really good. I was gonna say, I don't really need to capture... Because this spell card, I find, can be a little spooky depending on your Graze box. Try and go for it. We got it, though. Graze box max up. Beautiful. We literally just picked up Thrill Stealer. That's great for Bitcoin. Are these the fairies that counter shoot? No. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna clear out some bullets here with Lazy Seal. Oh, these are the ones that counter shoot. Actually, I gotta remember now that I have Hail Mary, I can kind of use spell cards the way that it works in the base games. Just, they are explicitly a get-out-of-jail-free card. I can even get, like, the Undo, the Control-Z spell card that does literally nothing on its own, but if there are synergies that you have on spell card effects, for example, becomes very fucking good. Let's see. I don't like Desperation. Syzygy can be strong. I also really like Twin Sights as a sidearm. I don't want to get Twin Sides. Irradiated is... okay. Problem is most of the bullets, like, it's getting sprayed out randomly, so you can't really control how well it works for you. 7, 8. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the sides. Oh, actually, if I find Pop, if I found the Clown Piece passive, that will let me turn the Twin Sides into spell cards, and it fires 3 times, which means 3 times the invincibility. Alright. So the Twin Sides, they shoot out in directions based on what you're holding, and if you get, like, the large bullet card, or the large bullet passive, it is hilarious, because they block the entire screen. Also, apologize if you hear keyboard clicking. You're just gonna hear that. This is simply how things are going to be. Oh god, my shot type is so weak. I feel like trying to capture this is a mistake. Because again, I don't really need the resources from it. and my graze box is actively going to harm me rather than help me. Yeah, exactly. It's like Smash. You gotta have clicking. So we're still relatively early in the game. The boss fights are pretty gentle. Raisin has one... Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Kane's card, not Raisin. Kane has a card that is like a massive spike. It feels like an extra stage card or something. Everything else is pretty reasonable though. And then the stage 6 boss, since you fight a different stage 6 boss based on route. Ah! I take a damage. Oh god, I need more graze though. Maybe I shouldn't have sold off all my stats before the boss fight. Thankfully the, what's it called? I'm blanking on it. Thankfully, you can still capture on timeouts in this game. As long as you have the graze bar like filled up, it will give you a capture credit, but again, I don't have any graze box right now, so it's going to be a little painful. Like the blue circle, I don't know if you can see that around me right now, that is my graze box, so you have to be like right up against it. It is even less forgiving. You gotta be like right up on top of a bullet, which is, like I said, a bit of a liability. But I think we're on the last card anyway, so. Actually, might as well just pop a spell card. Oh, I got myself. Yeah, capturing, like, even if you don't take any damage or use the spell card, it still does not give you capture credit. It works differently. Yeah, most of the music in this game is really nice. There's only one song that I'm not really a huge fan of, but everything else is really good, I think. Ah, this is way too risky. Let's see. I kind of want to buy the UFO. Camera, quarter... I haven't actually tried the dolls yet, like the doll spell, or the doll sidearm or attack type. You know what, I'm just gonna buy the UFO, because that lets me sell stuff, so if I want to, you know, sell a little bit of extra power for stuff, I can do that. Camera's also fun, it works the same way that it doesn't shoot the bullet. This one, I feel like this is kind of, it's good, but I feel like there's kind of a different pickup that vastly overshadows it. Oh yeah, that's right, I get a few seconds of invincibility after popping a spell card. I need to do that more. I need to do that more and also pop my, my sidearms. I'll still get a touch point of collection. We'll just drop a couple of spell cards because I need to get my stats back up here. And I'm not doing it by just sitting at the back of the screen and dodging patiently. The orange circle around you is your pickup radius when you focus, and then the blue circle is your graze bar. This pattern kinda sucks, depending on who you're playing. I would like to leave now. I'd like to go to store now. Toughest times... Ooh, I like this shot type a lot, it's very strong. Fuck yeah, here it is. There's an Undertale 2 reference in this game, by the way. Which is another fantastic game that you should play, and it's free. Need I say more? Oh, this is the hilarious spell card. This is the one that makes your graze box the entire screen. The problem is it's hard to look for Undertale 2 now because Deltarune came out, so everybody, like, you'll find results for that. It's an RPG Maker game. It's a little different, but I think it's good. I'm gonna sell the needles. They're fine, but I'm the type of person that likes having the option for like really focused high damage options when necessary. Like I've got my homing orbs. I would love to buy this actually. Maybe I should sell. I'm gonna sell the sides. Because then we can focus on mostly going for spell charge. And then maybe I'll just buy Yorihime. Because the nice thing is, even if an item isn't immediately useful to you, it's still an investment for later. So like, you know, let's say I don't want to take the passive item that, you know, does damage when I get hit. If I have 6 credits to spare and nothing else to spend them on, I can still buy it to sell later for 6 credits, so you're always going to think about what you can get out of something, you know? Anyways, time to graze. You just see the little blue pop every time I do it. Oh, I love that. I love Distant Alert so much. I want to get out from here, actually. Oh, damn it. It was a single bullet. The one thing with the magic missile is that it will... The focus mode takes a long time to fire. Alright. Hold up. Get enemies in close them for extra drops. I might grab Lunar Doctor's Endurance. I don't like Cleanse Crystal Mirror because the duplicate confuses the hell out of me. It also splits your shots, so depending on what you're using, it can be kind of rough. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna spend all my stats for it. I don't care. I'm actually gonna pump the brakes a little bit to see if I can build up a little bit of graze here, because I wouldn't mind getting a cap here. Cool. So the Fairy Baby Orbital is... it's fine. Like, it shoots some homing shots. It's not particularly strong, but there is a chance to get a gold variant instead, which is much stronger. And the nice thing is that if you get that and you have an effect that duplicates orbitals, it will duplicate the gold one, so like extra copies of it will then fire stronger bullets as well. It's very good. I would like to praise now. God, just delete the entire screen. These two, why not? Our spell power is getting pretty good now, so should be able to manage. Alright, what do we got? Spell card charge speed up. Sake physically makes you move, which is very risky. Tsunderism, it can actually completely trivialize certain patterns because a lot of times the most dangerous one is the one that's aimed at you, and if that's the one that heals you instead, then it's like, oh cool, free pattern. Great. Let's sell some power because we have a base floor of 3 power now thanks to the red UFO. Maybe if I want to buy Doremi, maybe I'll just buy both. One thing I will note, you can't hold more than the inventory cap here, so like, once we get 5 more items, we're gonna have to start either combining or selling. Oh, do I buy Short Fuse too? I'm gonna buy Short Fuse. Just rolling around with like, the absolute base stats outside of my shot power, because it makes me stronger. Oh, that was so risky. That was so stupid. Nope. Yeah, there's the... You saw the little pink ring there. That's the healing bullet. Alright. This one I should be able to kind of cheese and get a bunch of free graze on. If I can space it nice. There we go. The pre-boss, like, random bullet patterns, those also count as spells, so you can get captures on them. And yeah, the character passives are completely free in, like, terms of space, but you cannot sell them. Anyways, time to fight this little shit. Yeah, everybody has very, very good shit-eating grins in this game. Shit-eating greens. I'm gonna try and get a capture, but it's also a little spooky. Yeah. Thankfully, Doremi normally doesn't move around too much, so the focus shot on my shot type here is gonna really pop off. This one's very risky to do with a graze box of 1. I have my spell card charged though. Actually, yeah, you know what? So yeah, whenever you see that massive blue ring, that is me grazing. That's just me slurping up every graze point on the screen as a treat. Oh, my graze points is still 1. This card you want to kind of like misdirect left and right if you can. And then kind of sneak your way through the lane when it's safe to do so. I feel like I've just described like every bullet hell pattern in any shoot 'em up basically. Oh yeah, misdirect when you can and then get through a safe spot. Great advice, Andy. Wow, that's so cool, you're so smart. I think the bullets going backwards, I think they can actually hit, which is nice. If you're in a position where you're like above a boss, you can actually like kind of golf the bullets backwards into them. Really shouldn't bother with trying to cap, honestly, because we're not going to get anything for it. P. It's a shame that you don't really, depending on your build, you oftentimes don't get to hear the nice bit where it goes into the piano solo in Doremi's theme. I would like to not deal with this pattern, actually. I would just like some free treats. So in this stage, we can start fusing up, well, only in this stage, I should say, we can fuse items, so... it's oftentimes better to simply fuse your existing inventory if you've got some good stuff, rather than trying to, just buy more things. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Whenever an achievement is unlocked. Radius around all your orbitals respawn. Fire lasers intermittently. Yeah, so this guy here will randomly combine 2 of your items, so if you've got 5 extra credits, or if you can scrounge up 5 credits, then you just plop them in the machine. I do kind of wish it would show you, like, you can tell by the graphic, but, like, there is no visual effect. Fairy Mary. That's a good combined name. So now the Fairy Baby and the Hail Mary have fused together, so it provides both the effects in a single inventory slot. And I believe it also combines their values so it sells for even more. But again, if you sell it, you're losing both of the effects. I also want to buy Ascension Kick, because there's a very funny thing you can do. Hail Baby. Hail Baby's pretty good, too. I'm actually just going to buy press coverage so I can sell it later, because we're not going to cap. Also, press coverage, the achievement unlock, it's not like tied to the Steam achievement stuff. You see the little pop-ups at the top of the screen. That is your, like, achievement, so you will continually unlock them, so to speak. So that effect can still take place. Anyways, hey, Kane. Kane, aka Aku's Hitbox. Attack's all scary, you gotta cross over. Duplicate. This pattern is very scary to look at, but oftentimes you can kind of just zhoosh across the top of the screen and be good. You just gotta make sure you're constantly moving, I say as I eat a bullet. I'm not a huge fan of the way the lasers look. I kind of wish they were a little more narrow in the pre-active frames. Man, I'm playing poorly. Also, enemy formations within the stage are randomized. Like, the formations themselves will still be the same every time, but it's too expensive. The formations themselves are the same every time, but they come in different order, so you can't just memorize, like, okay, this is coming next, this is coming next. Yeah, this is expensive for a reason. I think it actually did get nerfed. I think it used to cost 64. Yeah, I think I might buy Ascension Kick now. So Ascension Kick is very funny, because it gives you a melee attack of sorts. If you stop pressing any inputs, it will just do a kick towards whatever the closest enemy is. You are completely invincible while doing so, and you also build up graze while doing it as well. So it's actually a nice way to kind of get around even if you've got a stinky graze box. And also this, if you look under my life bar there, it now lives under my lives, so it doesn't take up an inventory slot. Unfortunately, I kind of wish the camera was still a little bit cheaper. Or maybe like after you do it the first time. So you can see now there's like a little arrow beside me. That's like how active until the kick turns on. So if you move, it resets the timer basically. But if I well, I'm not going to let go just yet, but afterwards we can. So if I do this, you just do like a little dash. And that time I got interrupted because the enemy died. Damn it. I gotta capture some cards, actually. Magic missiles are fantastic for these enemies, because it does so much damage, just rips through their barriers. Just pop another one. Actually, no, let's go to the store. I don't want to miss the store. Anchor. I love this item. Oh, Hipfire did show up. Oh no, this is sidearms to spell. Right. This was better with the dual sides. I thought it was the other way around for some reason. Yeah, so this shot type is very funny because it's not very good on its own, but it's a reference to a specific bug in Mountain of Faith, where if you were playing Marissa B and your shot type was between 3 and 3.95, you for whatever reason, your unfocused laser did absurd amounts of damage, and this has the same behavior. So if you can float your power between 3 and 3.95, this becomes a death laser. I kind of want to buy the glasses, but it means I'm going to have to do the boss fight while everything is blurry, I'm pretty sure. Because the glasses will sell for more once you go through, like, once you get to your next shop. Party Trick is not great for Reimu, I think. I might just do another combine. Yeah, I'll just combine. Which one do we get? Okay, fuse the UFO, one of my yin yang orbs. Yeah, there's Ascension Kick. It's very good against bosses in general, because it allows you to A, ignore certain parts of patterns, and also get a bunch of free graze points without really putting any threat to yourself. This part can be really rough, like weirdly difficult, because the way the lasers like are constantly moving and spreading out. But then I can also, you know, do Ascension Kick and turn on Hail Mary and be invincible for a bit, so My treats. Actually, we got a good amount. What are you aiming at? Also, Ascension Kick does not work if there are no enemies on the screen, so you can't just cheese it by turning on invincibility whenever you want. There has to be something to shoot at. Nice, got a capture. Dude, Akyu, she actually got a spell. I don't know if it's a recent update or it's because of what I did last time I streamed it, but she actually got a spell card in sort of, kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, there's my one Ascension Kick. You just heard the graze thing go off a bunch, and we're gonna get to do it again. I love Kane's theme. Oh, right, the bolts come from the back there. Yeah, just the one Ascension Kick turned my capture bar up to 200%. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna Watchtower. Simply wish to not deal with your bullets. I should be trying, like, I want to touch the pink bullets, but it's scary. Oh, that wasn't safe? I thought it was safe. Okay, this spell card is a fucking nightmare. I'm still not sure why this one is so much more difficult compared to everything else, because, like, it's not just that you're dodging the lasers, you have shit constantly flying at you from every direction of the screen. And it's, like, blocking off your space, like, you can't move anywhere while doing it. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, like, I get it, it's stage 4, it's probably gonna be more difficult, but, like, wow. I use unfocused shots, but it's scary moving between the knives. Oh, I love this one, the Markov chain attack. So, Kane says random things, and then they fly at you and explode. Alright, you don't have to talk about the final boss that we haven't seen on the stream yet. I understand I have beaten it, but, like, don't just go blurbing out stuff that we haven't even seen yet, please. Just because I've played it doesn't mean everybody else has, and I don't want to just, you know, be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna talk about every cool thing that happens here. Alright, here's the survival. So the fun thing with Ascension Kick is that certain spell cards, the bosses will go off-screen, but they still do exist, so if I want to just temporarily be like, I don't want to dodge this for a little bit. Woo! And there is a much funnier interaction once we get to the final boss. So the fun thing about this card is that it is not a fixed pattern. Like, this is just all done dynamically, like it's a simulation. Little stick figure guys go around and, you know, they harvest the trees and then they go build their houses, and it's all done programmatically. Like, there's no, like, fixed script for this. It just happens on its own, which is really cool. Let's see, I wonder if the flood is still a little janky sometimes, though. That wasn't a fixed one? Got all the pink bullets just in the flood there. It's really funny. I'm not sure if this still is the case, but there was an issue where if, like, a house was placed right in the center, it would basically never get cleared because the water droplets would never touch it. Because, again, this is not a scripted spell card. Everything is done dynamically. So, if it's right in the middle where there's a safe spot, that means that it will not get washed away by the bullets, which means that you have an obstacle at the very back. So this is the part of the game where the shit starts getting real as far as the story's concerned, so if you are concerned, if you want to remain unspoiled, but I'm assuming people watching at this point will probably be okay with it. What do we got here? Orbitals bounce along the bottom of the screen. Perfect freeze. I don't like the railgun because it always shows up when I get the combo. The one that pops a random other spell card when you use one. And when it happens, you're usually not invincible. With this, it might be okay because I've got my invincibility. Arm-piercing runes. I don't want to spend all my money. I might just buy another Umemi. That's a sidearm. These are sidearms and spell cards. I don't want to take the Mima Fumo because that's a little scary. Yeah, I might just buy a Umemi. Alright, so the Earth is fucking dead, and one of the princesses of the moon wants to fight us, which is bad news. So, she's got an original theme for this game that's really fucking good. I love this part where it just starts with Chalice and then it just starts blasting with lasers. God, this fight's so cool. In terms of like the canonicity of the story, Yorihime is like one of the strongest. I believe the song is completely original too. I don't think it's a cover. It's not an arranged version of any other song. Goes around over here. I think there's like a single. Yeah, there's like a single break there in the top left when we do that. All of our attacks are so overwhelming, and like this time we have Ascension Kick. I know the patterns now, it's not as scary, but like the first time I fought this on stream, God, it was so fucking cool. I'm gonna save my Ascension Kick for this part here. So you might hear some, like, little dinging and weird, like, I don't know, alien noises, I guess. That's my shield turning on. Anyway, now she pulls out her sword. Because, again, canonically, she is very good at melee fight. Get away. This attack is really scary if you don't know what it does. The goal is to touch the circles as little as possible because then it spawns recursive bullets that spawn even more bullets and so on and so forth. But with Ascension Kick, it's pretty okay. We're pretty fine. Honestly, I might actually sell Watchtower because like we have kind of on-demand bonkers graze now with Ascension Kick. You're also completely invincible while doing it and returning. Like, it's not just, you can do a kick, but you have to be careful. You're just invincible. As long as you can stop shooting for like 2 seconds, you're good. Enjoy your invincibility, mon frere. Anyway, time to fight some bunnies. Oh, Ascension Kick doesn't like this attack because all the bunnies spawn in. Little training drill. It's fine. And then this attack, which just fucking gets you. Oh god, I love when you see like all the blue stuff pop up from grazing. It's so nice. Oh, this is the one where she puts up like a parry shield, so depending on your shot type, this attack can be kind of a nightmare. The correct answer is pump the brakes and stop firing for a moment so you can create a safe path to crossover, but a lot of people, myself included, when I first did that attack, didn't realize that, so... Anyways, time to protect the world, and we can't really do that super well with Ascension Kick because we don't stop any of these bullets. I guess I could use... Does this similar work? It does. It neutralizes these at least. Might be able to save the planet here. This survival attack has two different endings based on whether or not you successfully protect the Earth. It's not like a good versus bad ending deal, don't worry, that's not what happens, but depending on your build, you may be able to just kind of like stop it from getting destroyed, but as you can tell, it is difficult. So the Earth is fucking gone, again. That spell card is just the history of what happened to the planet, but yeah, it's fucking gone. The Earth is scorched, literally. There's a fun trick you can do here, where once Yorihime comes down on the moon, you can just hang out with her, and it's safe, because the moon, she's defending the planet, or she's defending the moon, I guess. The moon is closer to a planet now. There are still things on the moon. There is no longer anything on the Earth outside of Gensokyo. More duplicates, damn. I wish I'd gotten the gold fairy. Anyways, planet's gone. Time to go to space. Oh hey, how's it going? Again, I'm zipping through the storyline because we watched it already on the stream, and I want to try and preserve most of the cool stuff, although if you're watching now, you're probably going to see a lot of it. I need to go to shop, actually. We're capped. We do not have any more space for things. The one downside for magic missiles is that they are very narrow. Even the higher level ones are very narrow. Wouldn't mind a little bit more shot power, but I'd also like to not die too. Actually, I could pop magic watchtower, whatever it's called. It's kind of wild that they're going to be remaking, what's it called? Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Oh jeez. Which, it makes sense, because, like, man, that game is probably, like, borderline unplayable on modern OSs without any kind of, like, patches and stuff. Should I buy the camera? No, PCB, I don't think it's getting a remake unless it got announced literally between yesterday and today. EOSD is, like, it has a lot of bugs. It was its first time working on, like, modern Windows as opposed to PC98, so... let's see, I need to sell some things. So yeah, Mike is one of the options to let you preserve a single credit between shops. But yeah, EOSD is like... It's very buggy. It's got, like, issues with certain attacks where they're, like, you hit a bullet limit and certain attacks will just not work very well. What else should I sell here? I wouldn't mind getting my spell card charge at max. Maybe I sell Branch Shrine, because, like, we got stuff. I could also buy Syzygy. Maybe I'll get Syzygy. Let's go full orbital mode. Well, I remember PCB and Onward was not nearly as bad. At least for me setting it up, but... yeah, I want to get Syzygy, because now we got cool planet orbitals, and also all of our orbitals will orbit. So we're now the solar system. Can I get Diosei? Who's the Fairy Baby combined with? I might sell that. Oh no, that's Fairy Mary. I can't sell Fairy Mary. The Banjo-Kazooie ass name. Sell distant alert. I might sell Sundarism. Can I sell it? Problem is going out of my way for the pink bullets can oftentimes be bad. I think I'm gonna sell that, actually. Fire shot towards an enemy that's picking up a stat. You know what, I'll just pick up a copy of Diose. Oh wait, no, I've already got 2 credits. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. Should I buy I'll Be the Heart? No. Rainbow's passives, Ascension Kick I think is kind of the best one. The other 2 are actually a lot more gimmicky. Like, I'm sure this one could be silly for certain things, but I'm not a fan of losing my stats. Because getting them back during boss fights can be tricky, and that's usually when I'm going to be using them, so... you know what, I'm just going to leave a spot open, actually. Also, when you press focus, your orbitals, like, swoof into position. It switches their orbit the other way, so it looks very silly, but a lot of power drops. Nice thing is, with all the homing orbitals we have, we don't really have to worry too much about, you know, aiming specifically with them, compared to, like, the one that shoots lasers, or the Suika Gourd. The problem is, you have to get 32 credits for the 3rd one early on, and also, like, if you have 32 credits early on, I feel like you're probably better off just buying passives, rather than just relying on that. I don't want to deal with these. I've decided I am not going to, dodge any of these bullets, actually. What do we got here? Rain health when death bombing. Oh, electric discharge could actually be kind of nice with Syzygy. Familiarity. Anything else I want to sell? Because the problem is, once you're capped on items, any items that drop from bosses are... Yeah, no, I don't really want to play blackjack. Is it the Rainbow plushie that gives me... Yeah, because the plushies give you 0.5 instead of just a full point of stat. Because they already get the extra life, so you need to double up on stats from those, so I might actually sell that. Doremi is a really good one because you can't decrease your hitbox size normally. Yeah, I think I'm going to sell the Reimu plushie and buy the electric discharge, because then it does this. The Syzygy is already going to be floating all over the screen, which means that we're just going to get a bunch of extra lightning arcs. I'm sure I'll buy a 0.5 heal. Yeah, I know I'm losing money, I'm aware. The game thankfully will, like, give you a screen shake and not let you leave the shop the first time you press confirm if you have money still in the bank. But if you do it a second time, it will let you do that. There's actually mechanics tied to that, too. There's certain passives that give you extra damage. If you waste money, so to speak. The only problem is getting Syzygy to work nicely with the electric discharge is going to be a little tricky. Wow, I just beelined right into that bullet, huh? He's just that good, chat room. Oh my god. Alright, thankfully this is a free capture, basically. Because, like, you can just pop up beside the spawning bullets. I should have barrier. How'd that even hit me? Oh, you know what? Probably because I have the smaller hitbox. Because I was going to say I can just use the shield I get for grazing for eating that hit, but then I can actually just chill in the middle. My hitbox is that small. I like the bonus hand in Yukari's Gap. It doesn't show up in her portrait art, but there's just a bonus hand. Is that her left hand? Or right hand, I guess? I don't know. Probably just her right hand, but... Speak plainly. Please do it. We gotta fight. still haven't really figured out how to do this card correctly without, like, you know, just popping a spell card. Oh god. All the green nonsense popping up after getting my, my Ascension Kick and combo Watchtower. Okay, this is one of the knives kind of spread out and aiming at you. This one I've got enough resources that I can just pop spell cards, I'll be fine, I don't have to worry about actually dodging it. It turns from knives that aim at you to, like, random spray bullets, so you have to make sure you're paying attention. Yeah, this theme's really good. I was gonna say Yukari's theme, this is technically not Yukari's theme. It plays during her fight, but it's not her theme. Also, it's a little tricky to tell, but the, like, scary-looking portals in the background will not hurt you. I'm taking extra hits. That was weird. This is a remix of Reimu's theme, not Yukari's theme. Yukari has had, like, a weird set of themes, because, like, originally it was Necrophantasia, and then it kind of became Evening Star. And Necrophantasia kind of unofficially became Ron's theme. I don't like Ron right now, actually. Sometimes Ascension Kick does some funny stuff during this card, too. A lot of these are reminiscent of her attacks from the Phantasm stage in Purple Cherry Blossom. Oh, bad spot. This stack is, like, weirdly difficult. The problem is, like, it's not so much the lasers on the outside that are scary, it's the little bullets that come out from the middle. They're very difficult to see. I wouldn't mind, like, a visibility pass on the game to see certain things get changed. And then this spell card is just kind of a motherfucker. This is just too visually busy to deal with a gimmick. Like, I understand what the gimmick is, it's just there's too much fucking stuff going on to properly pick it out. Wait, why did that hit me? It's not supposed to hit me. Why did that hit me? It also doesn't help that the Ascension Kick arrow kind of can mix you up into thinking that there's a bullet coming from there. The gimmick to this card is that there is sometimes going to be red bullets that spawn either on the outside of the screen or the inside of the, you know, spiral bullets headed at you, and that's the one that's actually aimed at you. Everything else will miss. So the idea is you have to constantly, like, pay attention and keep an eye out for it, but in practice there's just too much shit going on, and I usually always end up taking a few hits here. Because then lasers happen too. I think the lasers can hit you too. It's fine. I'm nice. Anyways, time for shit to get really real. Because we're in space, where do we go from here? The answer is to the store. Mike is gone, she's not here anymore. She's not out coming all this way. Your score is tied to the achievement unlocks. You get a point for every achievement, basically. This is one of the weird glitched items. Ooh, I could buy Violet Cadence. I might get Violet Cadence, actually. We got some space. What else do we have here before I start? If I buy a second copy of Syzygy, do I get second set of orbitals? Hold on. Is that allowed? Can I do that? El Venue, Dark Fumo. Actually, Dark Fumo could be nice. I think it does eat combined Fumos, though, so that would be potentially bad. Did we get any combos? I thought it combined one of our Fumos. Maybe it didn't. Oh no, it combined the Yin Yang with the UFO, that's right. I remember now. Okay, let's use the machine first, because you can basically get 10 free dollars here by using the cash register. Yeah, Fairy Mary, but that's not a, that's not like a combo. That's not a Fumo, so... Alright, should I just buy Violet Cadence? Well, no, we're gonna sell some stuff, because... I don't want to sell Short Fuse, because I wouldn't mind getting 9 spell power. I believe the Dark Fumo does give you the bonuses of the Fumos it eats, but you lose the bonus lives, so... You gotta decide whether or not it's worth going to the final boss with 2 lives, or less if you don't have enough. I'm gonna sell the gourds because they're not great, especially not with the solar system. I kind of want to see if Syzygy doubles up on the planets. I don't think it does. No, unfortunately, no. I was really hoping I would get a second set of solar system orbitals, and at that point I would just have lightning everywhere. But we'll get Violet Cadence. Oh, I should have saved some money, actually. I could have gotten some more stat points during that. And... Whoopee Cushion... So this spell card does nothing on its own, but then if you proc on spell card effects, it can be very strong. I also love this one. Sacrifice a random essential gain component for health and stats. You won't know what's lost. Something just disappears. Could get my persuasion needles back. You know what? I think I'm good. Maybe Color Picker? Color Picker might be okay. Do I have any, like, utility stuff that I can sell that isn't necessarily good at this point? Because we have 9 spell power at this point. 9 is the cap. You can't go higher than 9. Should I sell the Friends orbital thing, maybe? I don't know if I want to sell anything. I could probably do the final boss with 2 extra lives. Might be a little scary. Debating if I want to buy, like, the defense. I think I might get the defense. I'll sell a graze box, because I think we're good on graze. Because we can use Ascension Kick. And this is a... So glitch items have weird effects that you can't tell what they do. There is one item that will show you what they do, but even then it feels still very weird. They can be potentially very strong, though. Alright. To the final boss, if you are... If you've been around the Toa series for a while, you may have guessed her already. Or if you've been paying attention during the game, you might have already seen her. It's Mima. Oh, I remember you from somewhere. I remember you from PC98. Anyways. So Mima has been charging a big laser for the past 20 years, and that's why the Earth is fucking gone. So, we're gonna fight about it. I love this remix, it's so good. This attack can be weirdly, like, a huge pain in the ass sometimes. Sometimes it feels like the little orbs just stick on and then they just don't get off of you, ever. Because they're supposed to kind of form up into the center and do that, but... Yeah, we're having a duel to planets here. You're pathetic. Or, sorry, apathetic. I do love the bit at the end, which we're going to see in a bit. The only downside is now that I've played through this game enough, I usually have a pretty good build by this time, so you don't get to hear the entire theme. That's right, you do get a couple of extra drops here. Extra graze box, that's fine. to manage. You get so much graze during this card, too. There's all the graze going off. That's every graze achievement, by the way. Anyways. So for the final phase of the fight, we turn off the HUD. We don't need it. And it turns out that we have been tricked into flying all the way out to the edge of the solar system. And Mima just wants a fight. She doesn't want to do the spell card thing anymore. She's not here to play nice. We're just gonna fucking kill each other. We're just gonna kill each other. There's no rules. No rules, just right. Outback Steakhouse. So, rather than all the extra lives and all the spell card stuff, there's no more capturing, there's nothing like that. We're just fighting. So you lose all of your extra lives, it gets counted, like, converted into a single health bar. And rather than explicit, like, health meters at this point, we have a speed meter now. We're gonna go through the entire fucking solar system, which I think is really cool. So your damage is still useful, because it will affect how much, like, how quickly we move through the planets, but at this point, we're here to kill each other, but it's great. Damn it, gonna pop. We also go, you know, horizontal. I love this remix of Mima's theme too. Well, one of Mima's themes. The cool thing is that, like, here, for example, all the walls, like, they have collision, so anything that bounces will bounce off of them as well. Start throwing icicles at you, because, again, we're not playing by the rules anymore. There are no spell cards. No. She does not have to play by the rules anymore. She does not have to respect timeout. She does not have to respect, you know, this is how many cards I have. No, we're fighting until there is no more solar system left. Yeah, it's kind of like the Super Nintendo Taekwondo game, honestly, which is really cool. For most of the game, it's fairly standard. You know, it's point-based fighting. You know, you land hits and stuff, and it's judged at the end. And then the final boss just fucking roundhouse kicks the ref into the scoreboard, and then a health bar shows up, which is such a cool way of doing it. Watch out for that. Like, this fight can be a little messy sometimes. I find that there's a couple of bugs here and there sometimes that can happen. But overall, I love what they did with this fight. It's just so overwhelming. Like, nothing. There are no rules. We're not doing the Toho thing anymore. We're just fighting. Of course, at least one song has to have the trumpet. You can't not have a trumpet in a Toho game. Like, yeah, it's very visually overwhelming, but also, like, I totally respect what they're going for with it. Even if it is, you know, from... Like, this is not a game you would really play for score, so to speak, because, like there's a lot of fight... You'll take hits during this fight that are kind of just bullshit. Let's be honest here, some hits you'll just take are complete and utter bullshit. I want to clear bullets, I think. Like, thankfully they give you enough resources that it's not really a problem too much, but it can kind of suck. Or this funny part coming up here, where Mima will become a grappler, and if you're not ready for that, she will slam you into the ground and drain so much of your health. Did you know this whole time Mima was a grappler? Also, this part where we go to Earth, and she just laughs at you and doesn't actually try and fight, and drops health pickups to taunt you. Which is another reason, like, again, you can get some extra health here if you need it. You can see she just drops health pickups and laughs at you, which is pretty rude. Yeah, I think the first time I did this fight, I actually survived the grapple, but it does a lot of damage. It does so much. Got some pickups are good. The little eruptions of fire can still hurt you from the ground, but they're pretty hard. Yeah, there's health in this fight, I just haven't gotten hit a ton. It only shows up when you take damage, so... I think this card actually got a... I call it a card. I think this attack got a new backdrop. I don't think it had the ground before, I think it was just like a gray background. There was an issue with this before where I just turned completely... Like, I couldn't see what was going on at all, it just completely blocked out the entire screen, but... Also, she's still a grappler, by the way. This one's not nearly as mean, but she will slam you into the acid, lava, whatever that is. So don't let her dash into you. Most attacks in this game, by default, you will not take damage by touching enemies directly, but this is one of the rare cases where it does. Second beam. It doesn't help that I picked up all the orbitals, the literal orbitals, so there's so much stuff to keep track of on screen. Oh, buddy. I love grazing. I think you actually can wiggle into the orange stuff a little bit, the orange lasers, whatever these are. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but in general, you want to stay away. So these bullets, the black ones, don't actually hurt you, by the way. The first time I did this fight, I thought I was being nice and dodging them all. I was not. Anyways, here's some of the bullshit attacks I was talking about. These lasers oftentimes will just completely tag you completely off guard. And, like, again, you can get enough health, I think, to generally be okay. But it can feel kind of stinky when you just get hit with a random laser blast. Anyways, I'm going to show you something very funny, chat room. You remember when I said I want to do some shenanigans with Ascension Kick? Well, good news. There's plenty of room for that here. Oh, jeez. Alright. So, you remember how I said sometimes bosses will go off-screen? Well, guess what I can do here? The gimmick for this part is you're supposed to be dodging through the black suns to prevent you from taking heat damage and melting, but you can just Ascension Kick out of there. Reimu's power canonically is that she can float, but it literally means she can float out of reality, so I like to imagine this is just a canonical application of her finally using her ability to effectively cheat. Because again, normally she doesn't do this, because the spell card rules, but we've established the rules don't apply anymore. I just get to float out of reality. I don't exist. You're right, Mima, it's very futile. Yeah, she does come back after that attack resolves, but like you can just completely make that entire phase free as long as you have Ascension Kick. You can still do the Ascension Kick here during this phase, but you don't get to go to space anymore, or you don't get to go back to space, I should say. I just realized I haven't really been using my spell cards. I would like to get some graze points, so... Also, yeah, once the lasers start really spinning, it's damn near impossible to avoid them. You'll probably take a hit or two, so save some spell card or sidearm charges if you got them. Although for this final phase, there is a fun thing you can do. It's not quite as silly as the sun, but... She does go above the screen for this one, so you can just go right there. But there is also a fun trick where if you go right here, I believe, you will never take damage. Because this pattern is pre-computed, it is predetermined, so if you look in the background, you can see little black streaks. It only reveals the background where the bullets touch, so that spot there under the Y in the abyss always has a safe spot. So you don't actually have to dodge it if you know about that. It's a Toho game, there's gotta be a safe spot. Anyways. At this point, if you're watching, you are probably okay with being spoiled, so yeah, we get to drive Maribel for a bit. And yeah, your first time you won't have the kick. Yo, what the fuck was that trick with the kick there? That was cool. Also, I think they added an option to just quit here rather than having to do the entire credit sequence. Because the storyline of the game is that you are repeating the tragedy of the Earth exploding over and over until you find a way to prevent it. And for beating the game, you get an ending unlock token, so this game has dozens, literal dozens of bad endings for game overing on every combination of stage and bosses for every character, so if you don't want to have to do that for every single fight, you can just spend the tokens you get for beating the game. Yeah, until you do the camera thing, you can't actually see the final character, the observer, but we know. Using the terrain just does the credit sequence, so we're just gonna skip that, because... But yeah, I have all the characters now, and we have all the alternate shot types as well, because once you board the train, which is different from just finishing the game, you get an additional shot type for that character. So Reimu gets to start with the Gohei, and she also gets the one where your graze box goes out when you focus out. And then Shiri Yumemi, they get the linear explosion type. And I think rather than starting with junk, you get different items. And then Sumiriko becomes weird with her modern loadout because she doesn't get any shot types. Instead, she starts with a Fairy Pact, so you always get item drops. Like, enemies will just constantly drop items for you. Like, stat ups, and then you can sell them at shops. But by default, she does not start with a shot. And then Maribel is the weird one. Her default shot type is really weird, and I don't remember what her reality loadout is. Let's do a run. Let's do a... We'll play a Cheery run. I dropped any frames now, good. There's, like, lightning going off every now and then, and sometimes... Like last night, my power was dipping out a bit. Lurk time for you? Alright. Have a good one. Yeah, Maribel has more story stuff going on for obvious reasons. Oh jeez. Terrible start. I do love that Chiori, by default, just starts with a bag of chips and a dream. Well, I guess she does have the spell card. Technically, that's Yumemi's, but whatever. Alright, what do we got? Tax collection could be nice. I wouldn't mind Lunar Doctor's Endurance, but... Can I afford 6 right now? I can sell for 3, I can sell 2 spell... No, I can't afford that. I'll just sell the chips. Chips are $3 of credit. Speed of all your bullets by 50%. I'm gonna buy this because I can use it right away. Tax collection. So you can shoot Mike in a shop, and she drops pickups for a bit. Yes, you're correct. This is the game where the pirated version of the game, you only get the one character to play as. You only get to play as Marasa. And you can get unlocks for the main game by doing so, and also it changes the credit sequence a bit. There's also another change that I don't know if it's a recent change, but I feel like it was, because I don't recall seeing it. Actually, let's do a gamble. We haven't actually done any gambling. Ooh, nice. Free Autumn Bloom, that's fantastic. This one just gives you passive spell card charge if you're over 100%. So, that's very good. Also, I should explain, Chiri Yumemi have 2 graze boxes and 2 pickup boxes rather than 1. Yumemi doesn't take damage. She's the red one, Chiri is the white one. But there are additional effects that you can get. I feel like their passives are probably some of the best. This one gets Yumemi the ability to shoot, which is very nice, and then she gets additional passives, which are even better. The better. I'll only pin down here, though. I try and trade out the shot type if I can find a different one, because this one's... It's not bad, but it can be a little awkward to use at times. Actually, you know what? That's a callback to Memi's spell card from the PC98 games. I do kind of like their plot in this one. Like, the PC98 games are very light plot-wise, so like there's a lot of room for kind of just doing whatever you want, and I kind of like their dynamic going on, where like Chiri does not really give too much of a shit about anything, whereas Yumemi, like, she got kicked out. They both got kicked out of their university for trying to present, you know, theories of magic in a predominantly science-based university. But, you know, Yumemi still wants to kind of get Chiri interested in learning about shit again. Ooh, nice Kene. Kene is nice because you can actually sell the Fumo and then you get a random goodie afterwards, so a lot of treats there. It's just the big thing is Chiri is also terminally online, so like she literally just yells memes at people. And a lot of people see this dialogue and probably thought, oh god, is this entire game just a shitpost? And I promise you it's not. It's not a shitpost. Let's see. Prophet Sign I'm not a huge fan of. Shit. So your shot type. Oh right, I think this just randomly changes the value. Even the pirate version isn't really a shitpost. Like, it's a lot more goofy, but I wouldn't call it a shitpost. This is the Nintendo shit cube. I'm gonna buy Hidden God's Inheritance. Because, like, it kind of plays with the concept of it being a pirated version in a cool way. In that, yeah, you are playing the character who is literally a pirate, but also, like, it kind of does some cool stuff with the story where it's like, oh, you want to go on your cool voyage? You really want to go on the voyage of piracy? Okay, but you're not going to exist ever again. You sure about that? You really sure? And Marasa, in, you know, the context of the game, is like, yeah, that sounds fucking cool, actually. I'm going to brave the unknown. Right, I don't have Hail Mary anymore. Oops, I need to be more careful doing shit like that. Oh, I don't think I shot Mike last time, damn it. Ah, here's Blackjack. I don't want to buy Blackjack. I could buy the really good camera, the entire full screen camera. And power up. Enemies become corpses. The cool thing is that it's not just that, you know, the dev uploaded the one, because the dev themselves put a version of the game on the usual Toho Piracy website, if you're familiar with it. And they have been updating it to do bug fixes and stuff, but specifically just the pirated version of the game. Like, they're continuing to update the pirated version of the game to implement bug fixes and stuff, which is really fucking cool. I want to get the UFO. Can I afford all these? Could I get $6 here? Yeah, we can do $6. Early on, I tend to try and just buy as much stuff as I can, even if it's not super useful for me. Because the more money that you have banked means the more money that you can then build up by selling more stats. And even if you don't have like a great graze box, the Chiri Yumemi combo, oh my god, I'm gonna get hit on this pattern. You can do some really goofy graze stuff because, again, Yumemi is invincible. She does not take damage, and she counts as a graze box. Their shot type focuses, like you can see the white circle. So if you focus, it goes higher up and the angle changes on the bullets, but basically the bullets will hit wherever the white circle is, so that's kind of where you want to try and get your stuff focused on if you can. These bullets are very scary, but they're actually tiny. Like, the actual hurt boxes on the bullets are tiny, so you don't have to worry too much. Just, you know, don't go right into the center of the bullet, otherwise you will get tagged. Alright, come on. Alright, I only have a 2-shot power. I am a baby. I'd like to talk about Jesus. The cross itself also blocks bullets as well. Most of the spell card attacks, like any effects they do, will block bullets, but inherently they do not, like, just by popping the card, it will not block all the bullets on the screen or whatever. You gotta do stuff for that. 0.13 points off of getting another shot power up. Feels bad. Ooh. Oh, we timed out that one. But yeah, that's weird. I didn't feel like it did enough damage. I sure didn't. I wonder if there's an achievement for timing out the entire game. Surely there's gotta be, right? Also, yeah, there is a more traditional demo of the game that has the actual proper mechanics if you just want to play as the regular characters. The shot type does come from behind, though, so you can cheese certain... Oh my god. You can cheese certain attacks with it. It's not very strong right now because I sold all my damage. I need one more red dot. Give me one more red dot, please. Uno mas. Uno mas. There we go. There we go. Alright. Achievement items will show up in the next shop after unlocking them. Capture bar rapidly right before spells time out. Probably grab donations, please. Oh, that's right. I gotta blast her a little bit too. Even for timing out 10 normal. But what if I timed out the entire game? Actually, you get a lot of spell card charge. You get 3 charges with the default one. I'm gonna park back here. I think it's actually better to just sit here and let the bonus collection radius grab stuff for me. Ooh. Gotta clear a bit of space so I can get up though. I really want to grab the passives, but I might be able to grab it in this stage. The plot of this game is that Yukari wants you to go to the moon, and the actual plot of the game is that there is a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, as you might imagine. As you might imagine from the Earth exploding. That is Act 1. The Earth exploding is Act 1 of the game. I still don't know if this is how it actually works. I might just grab the oil surfacer. I might hold up the spork. Hi, my name's Katie, but you can call me the Waffle of Doom. I also love the old computer. If there's over 1,000 bullets on screen, it slows down bullets. Oh, right, I gotta buy to my C slot. Michael. 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 Wait, hang on. Jerry, please, you have to touch grass. What? Fuck did you say? What the fuck is Banui? I do kind of love everybody just no-selling the memes because they don't know what a fucking meme is. They have never seen Banui in their life. Ooh, shot power up. That was nice. Actually, I think we have a bigger point of collection, so I should just be able to chill here and be good and still grab treats. Oh yeah, what is... Okay, there's like a little shotgun. A little shotgun blasted with oil. Ooh, I'm in a bad spot. I should have shot that a little closer, actually. If this would be a better spot to do it. I need to use my spell cards during stages more, because, like, they're constantly charging. It's only during enemy spell cards that your own don't charge, so, like, you have a lot of wiggle room to just spam resources. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, loyalty card. Hipfire could be nice. Danmaku Pill could also be nice. Did I shake you down? No, I got more treats. Should I buy the loyalty card? I probably should. I feel like getting that in stage 2 is really good. I was hoping for maybe getting Danmaku Pill for cheaper. Cheap supplements. Oh, big! Mamizo is not in this game. Also, you may have noticed, Marissa is not a playable character. Marissa is not real. She does show up, but for the most part, this is not a Marissa game, which is kind of funny considering it's Mima, the person using the most master of sparks we've ever seen. Marissa does not get to comment on it. Oh, we're on the 3.3. I think we can manage with the boss fight. Yeah, just having Yumemi around, like, you get a ton of passive graze points. It's great. I love it. For the most part, Yumemi kind of keeps it business, but sometimes she'll indulge. Sometimes she will throw a meme in there or just, like, hype up Chiri. I think both Sumiriko and the Chiri combo are really good for graze builds, like if you want to focus on that. Reimu not so much, because she can't do goofy shit with her orbitals like other characters can. You have to. Yeah, I might sell that. It's okay, but it's not like super reliable. If I want to clear bullets in front of me, sometimes there are some blind spots and I must simply hold that. Because unlike spell cards, sidearms will charge by default, as long as you're grazing, so depending on the spell cards, or the sidearms you get, I should say, you can just kind of spam them. Depending on what pattern you're fighting, sometimes you just get so many bullets that you just, like there, I can just go bleh, bleh, bleh. Or I could, you know, touch a bullet. Problem this shot type, it is very counterproductive for actually hitting Racing right now. You kind of have to be right in front of or behind her, and since she's constantly orbiting around in a circle, you can't do that. I think you can shoot either of these and it will eventually end a card. Like either of the clones. The bigger thing with this shot type is you gotta be at the sweet spot, otherwise your damage output goes down quite a bit. And then Sumeriko's shot type is potentially, I think, one of the strongest in the game, but it's very awkward to do so. Like, you have to shotgun with it if you want to do a ton of damage, and it's very difficult to do. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Get a little more graze points here. There you go. If I get the passive, I think Sumeriko, Yumemi moves in front, so the Sunflower's a lot easier to use. I'm not doing anything weird. Just going to the moon. Yeah, let's go here to start, actually. Graze box is larger when unfocused. That could be really silly. Hopeless womans may pray its woman, so guardians may complete above your archer. Again, this is the glitch item, so you can't tell what it's going to do. Like stubbornness. Problem is the damage increase on this, I've gotten it before, it's very slow. And again, you have to commit to not selling or buying anything for the rest of the game, which you probably don't want to do. Some treats. You don't get like a ton of resources for doing that, but you get some, which is nice. I'm gonna sell... I'm actually gonna sell this now, tax collection, because I want to buy the passive. I don't remember if the prices on the glitch items actually mean anything. It might be a function of like the base value of the items it's pulling from, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways. So, Yumemi is now much further up, and she shoots. She shoots pluses, and also has a bigger graze box and collection radius, so now we don't necessarily have to go to point of collection anymore. Plus, the bigger graze makes it a lot easier to just farm graze. I believe the plus shots also can deal a ton of damage, especially when you focus them. It's just kind of tricky to do that. I don't remember if her damage is based on your shot damage as well. I think it might be. I could be mistaken. Either way, it is a very good upgrade. It is a fantastic upgrade. God, killing like crap. Ooh. 4 cost for extra of that. I find this passive really difficult to activate because the bar drains really quickly. And like having homing shots is nice, but it feels like you have to really kind of get lucky with a busted build for this to pop off, and if you have a busted build, then you probably don't need this anyways. Yeah, I think I'll buy the Downtrodden Resolve. What was this one? Alright, this is the one where you get duplicates when you buy something. But it is 16 cost. I'll buy that, because now Remember that collection radius also applies to the one around you, so it increases the point of collection and yours. And since Yumemi's collection radius is already buffed, she's now borderline in the right spot. If we go right here, she can just grab everything on the screen for focusing, which is very nice. You just pulse focus every now and then and get some treats. What was this one again? This was... I think this gives you a random curse for money. Random 16 cost curse, huh? I wonder what that could be. I wonder what that could possibly be. I don't think I've found any other shot types on this run. Can I get you to go? No, you're not going to go over there, huh? Because, like, her focus shot turns the pluses into, like, a field that kind of just sits on the screen for a bit, so... Potentially can do a lot of damage. Potentially. Oh, this is the weird one. So this one takes up one of your use item slots, and it forms a black hole. And the more you fill the black hole, it eventually detonates. It can be a little awkward, though. I'm not a huge fan of it. I kind of want to get Violet Cadence. Might sell the oil, the spork. Should I buy the black hole? Before cost? Yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna swap them around, though. So it makes it look like it's a free use item. You don't have to do anything with it, and it gets very loud. But it creates an explosion that I believe clears bullets and also does way more damage with all the stocked bullets. It's just that you have to get to the point where all the bullets are stocked, so... It can be strong, but a little awkward sometimes. I'll play around with it, though. Already captured. Also, the black hole kind of breaks the sound a bit. It's extremely bassy, so like it's gonna drown out a lot of other sounds, but also I think it just turns off certain other noises once it gets charging up enough. Because normally it's supposed to go... It's actually not bad for this shot type because it means I can set up like a deployable orb with all the shots that miss normally. Ooh, telekinesis isn't a bad sidearm. I think Jiangxi Bite was the one we found earlier that was very busted with the item that heals you on graze. Yep, any game that's good enough to reference Undertale 2. Need I say more? Can I scrounge up enough for Unifying Theorem? Like, I want to get that earlier as opposed to later, because then it becomes much more useful, but also it's very expensive. Kind of hope it can... I think the card, like the discount card, can roll on this. Nakatomi, 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 Nakatomi. Die Hard, the musical. Yeah, I don't think I want to buy anything just yet. Oh, I think they still have their spawn protection armor, otherwise that probably would have killed. Actually, This black hole started really quickly, damn. Oh, buddy, yum, I love... This is charging really fast. It's kind of silly. You can also kind of pre-charge for boss fights by like holding down buttons before dialogue comes up, but if you ever let go, I think you have to drop it. Ooh, buddy, actually, that's kind of nice. With a properly set up build rather than starting from nothing, this is really good. This is doing so much damage. Alright, this sunflower will sometimes clear bullets too. Yeah, the circle grows with like the amount of stuff you've poured into the black hole, basically. Kind of show where the detonation radius is going to be, but... Oh wow, I killed it too fast. I wonder if it's multiplying damage too. I think it might be. Even on the non-detonated shots, I feel like I'm still doing way more damage than I probably should. Oh, you know what it probably is? Because most of the bullets would be missing. It's probably just that strong. Because normally you're not going to be hitting with every single bullet that fires, but since Black Hole lets you technically do that as long as you can drive it into them. That works. That's silly. That's silly. That's fun. This game lets you do silly things sometimes. I'm just going to borrow your Black Hole for a moment. Hope that's okay. It's really nice for attacks like this, where enemies have like invincibility periods or go off screen or whatever. Cheery, please. Yeah, Dorami would probably be pretty cool with it, honestly. It does erase the bullets that are in the black hole if they contact enemies, so it's not like you can just constantly pump it in, like you are losing stuff, potentially prematurely. But also, it seems like we're doing some work with it. It seems like this is definitely working. Do you want to buy another discount Event Horizon? Come on, you want to buy another discount Event Horizon? So it absolutely can proc on the camera. To be half price. I've gotten it before where it was only 24. Can I sell the Kane Fumo? I'm gonna sell the Kane Fumo and see what I get. UFO Verde. You know what? I think I'm gonna go. The nice thing is that the item you get from the Kane Fumo is like full price. Go. And then if you manage to get this is stupid. This is a stupid passive. Do I want to get the cord? I should probably try and get something at least, because we'll get the duplicates. Or I could duplicate, nah. Extra gourds to spray out. Yeah, weightless means it does not use a slot in your items. Alright, I tanked my damage output to do that funny strategy though, so I gotta get some stats back here. Let's get my swagger back. Oh. Lasers. Oh. I wonder if there's like a fixed safe spot for this pattern, because it feels like this one is always where I just tend to start taking a ton of damage. Okay, could you get off the screen? Jesus. Fucking bagooey. Alright, what have we got? What the own doing? Parasol. Double orbitals. I'm assuming doubling the transmutation does not work for doubling with the passive we described. This one gives the Yukari passive from 7, or 8, sorry. Except now you can go from top to bottom, too. I think I like having the corners, though. Wonder if I get, like, double the effect on this. Might try and go for that. Can I afford 5? 4. I should be able to do that. Start fusing things, get a little more space. This attack is weird. Sometimes it doesn't eat the big bullets, and sometimes it feels like it does. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. No capture noise. Yeah, the black hole eats a lot of sounds too, sometimes. Let's just say canonically it is absorbing everything, including light and sound. Is it intentional? I don't know. Here. Have a cross. Actually, I need to remember if I want to shoot something far away, I need to turn off the black hole. God, I just realized I'm looking at my sound graph. That is like turning my output to red. Ooh, doubling Lunar Doctor's endurance would be nice. Syzygy, as we have tested, does not actually give you double planets when you double that up, sadly, but this should work. Yeah, looks like that doubled correctly. But it's a square. But they're actually voxels. Actually killing all the external orbitals before we actually hit the bunnies themselves. Because they have very little health compared to the center bits, but... Huh? What? I can't hear you. There's a black hole in my room. What? Huh? Huh? I do love that I'm able to just slurp up all the pickups, though. It's very nice. Wait, why do I have the yellow... Oh, right, because I forgot the basic shot type gets the yellow circle at higher levels of power. I thought that was the 32 cost passive. Like, that's not supposed to happen yet. Now, what do we got? Loud whining. What does doubling up on this give, I wonder? Let's... I don't want to get the shot type, I don't want to get backstab. I wonder what doubling against purple bullets does, like doubling defense. Maybe I should just spend the money on combining, honestly. Couple rounds of that. Normally this would really suck. because I'd miss all these pickups, but since we have big collection radius, we don't have to go up on the screen. Certain areas in the stage, depending on the combination of patterns you get, like a lot of times it can just be damn near impossible to get pickups without sacrificing a spell card to do it. So it's good to have that option. my sunflowers barely get to proc because we're just there's too much stuff happening. Alright. We're at 7.6 power. Just gotta make sure to get some captures so we can get some extra stats. Trying to graze, but I also need to not die. Still haven't figured out how to do this spell card very well either. Like, there's a little bit of a lane there, but it's scary. Oh my god. Yeah, the 8 power goes a little ham. Laser. I find Kane's fight to be the most egregious for, like, you took 1 point of damage before finishing the card, so you lost your capture bonus. I actually need to pump the brakes here, because I need to not go too high so I can graze letters. Can't believe Kane was a Markov chain the entire time. She's right at 8 power. God, doubling up on the elixir is really nice. We're gonna have to shoot. God, I am really just... I wonder if you can even hear me when I'm popping black holes constantly. It's very loud. You gotta nerf black holes, just make them quieter. No Ascension kick shenanigans this time, though. I can at least pre-charge my sunflower, so I can just be like, boop, delete if I want to, but... the problem is they're going to delete stuff off to the right side, like the upper right, which is not tremendously useful. That was greedy. I feel like graze points. So far, no stuck shrines. The 2 for 2 on washing away everything. One mistake I always make is that I try to get up higher to get extra graze points, and then the tree spawns right up here. Like, I'll try and get closer to the top so I can graze more, and then the tree spawns, and the tree deals damage to you. Like, everything in this game is made of bullets, basically, so the tree is also bullets. I think we're capped on shot power, actually. We're at 9. Ooh. The 32 cost passive is half price. Of all the things to roll on, too. Goddamn. Violet Cadence is also here. Ooh. I should probably buy that. Yeah, I think we gotta make some money for that. What can I sell? We're not selling the Violet card, because that is both the all stats up and the discount. I might hang on to this so I can build up my power a bit for the next stage, because stage 5 is not a stage, it is a boss fight. I'm gonna sell the Blinking Sunflower, because that's not, like, super incredible for this build. I'm also gonna sell the Party Trick, because the gourd is fine, but it's not a lot of damage. What else do we have here before I start spending? Dolls, Violet Cadence. Yeah, I think we just buy the golden. Oof, 16 cost. Can I buy a second one? Is that allowed? So, this gold orb is a separate graze box for me now, by the way. And it also does this shit, which is going to be very silly once I pop Black Hole. I'm kind of tempted to try and buy a second one, but I don't think it'll do it. Could I scrounge up enough for a Violet Cadence, I wonder? Probably not without making my life a little miserable. Donations? Actually, you know what? No, we could manage this. We can absolutely manage that. Also, this variant of the fight has the mean bit in the start where the dialogue... Is it this one? Yeah, this is the mean version of the fight where she preemptively attacks you during the dialogue, which is pretty rude. I really should get a sidearm, honestly. I'm getting all these graze points and I got nothing to spend them on. My power at 4.0. Alright, she doesn't do any spell cards until like later on in the fight. These are all pre-spells, or non-spells I should say. This is the first actual spell card. I'm just gonna have you graze for a bit. You many. Did I take damage there? I couldn't tell if I took damage or if that was just the red from the plus signs. So I can get in there before she moves. Because you don't get a ton of time to shoot during this phase, so you gotta go quick. Pop my safe there. Still great capture though. God, between Yumemi and the passive, like we're just getting a billion free graze points. I need to see if I can find the one that makes you invincible. But there's too much things going on. We are officially hitting frame drop territory. Do I want to try and get any graze here? I want to try and get graze and not touch that, but careful, because some of these bullets don't actually count as grazable. Yeah, I'm just gonna get myself killed doing this. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. I can just capture this card anyways. Just go relatively close to the bullet, the spread, and you get a free capture. You'll be fine. The power at now, 5.6. Actually, you get a decent amount with the dog doing. Probably turn off the black hole for this phase. One's really intimidating until you realize you just look where the lasers are coming and you're almost certainly going to destroy all the rabbits before they get close to you. And they deal damage to her too. It's not that you have to specifically hit Rahime. Well, that's why I'm seemingly randomly taking damage, because I don't hear the damage coming out from the black hole. I wonder what happens when you do a full black hole counter here. Oh, that's what happens. Like I said, this attack can be not too bad or kind of a nightmare depending on what your shot loadout is like, so just be careful. Can I kill this black hole? I can. Not a lot, but I can. Let's see if we can save the Earth this time. I love that the first time I did it on stream, it was just a complete and utter fluke. Wait, I'm getting yellow crystals. Oh, I guess it counts the unique since Event Horizon is technically like its own category. Like you get a different color crystal just for this attack. That's interesting. Yeah, no, we're not clearing it with this though. Any extra grazes you can get during this. I really need to get that invincibility on grazing enough passive. That's stupid good. Let's need to stop taking damage because I'm going. Oh, I got 3. Actually, we're fine. We're fine. We're at the moon. And focus speed up. Fuck off. Fury also cusses. That's just what she does. Oh yeah, we get to fight Reimu this time. Oh no, we have one of the nightmare loadouts where she counterattacks on grazing. The Reimu fight can be kind of free, or it can be kind of disastrous. And unfortunately, it's just kind of RNG whether or not you get a decent loadout for shop stuff. I'm still not sure if it is like a fixed loadout. Like she can only pull certain passives, or if she can just pull from anything in the game, you know? Lots of points though. Randomize curse all bosses. That sounds like a nightmare. I love this theme. I'm glad that they fixed the music bug that was causing songs to restart prematurely. This was one of them, and it kind of killed a lot of hype that the stage had. I wonder if the Event Horizon counts as a side-on. I'm curious enough that I'm going to spend 3 credits on potentially losing it. I can't imagine it would, but it can happen in the shop, I don't know. I might also just buy some stuff to sell after. It's a spell card. 3D printed gun. I haven't actually tried this. I wonder if it's any good. We don't really need to worry about homing shots, honestly, but I wanted to give it a try to see. I'm just gonna buy some stuff. We got some space, we can sell it later. We're just kind of hitting the entire screen at this point with all the passives, so... The black hole is mostly just there for, like, precision damage if I want it. Otherwise, we're fine. We don't need to worry. I want that graze passive so bad, but... it's not super likely we'll get it. Stay inside the circle so that way it splits up even more. Or counter hit on graze would also be nice, like the counter bullets. Equation needles, the chair. Duplicate an orbital. Could get more gourds. Oh right, this is a recent addition. I think this got added just in the past patch. Oh jeez, guys, I didn't think this game with Yuri and it would be woke. Let's see. I'm gonna sell the broom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got the trans colors. I wonder what the other characters would get, because it says based on protagonist, so I wonder. I could even buy another copy and get Captain Graze too. Would it be overkill? Absolutely. Would it be funny? Yes. Let's sell some stuff. Sell the gourds. Actually, maybe I won't get other cheek. We'll just lose some money. It's fine. Mike can have it. Michael. Smash Brothers announcer voice. Gay. These are the ones that start spraying out stuff in the middle. Happy Pride. I'm still always reminded of, like, whenever people complain about, you know, the forced LGBT stuff in video games, and I'm always reminded of one post on the Overwatch boards where somebody's like, what's next? Is McCree gonna say, it's high noon and also I'm gay? And that would be the funniest fucking thing they could do. Just have this item every sentence in the game ends with, and also I'm gay. There is a tiny gap between bullets that you can hide in. I just didn't have the shrink. I didn't have the tiny hitbox, so I don't think I could do the full middle dodge. Yeah, we only need one more spell power. We could get 9 for all stats. Alright. Time for top 10 anime betrayals. Oh, that's right, I gotta do this. Actually, I can clear with the black hole, too. That's nice. Hang on. Because this version of the fight, you fight Reimu, and she has a gimmick where the first attack is kind of a puzzle card, where you have to figure out what to do, because it is infinite health, it has infinite duration. Because you might notice the timer counting down, but with those bullets reach the timer, they actually count it back up. So you have to clear these bullets somehow to prevent it from just being infinite. You can do this a couple different ways. It will just hand out, like, spell power pickups for you. And eventually, if you take too long, it just starts handing health to you as well, so you can just face tank. Gives you a failsafe. Also, it's a little hard to tell because everything is happening, but Yumemi is not here. Problem is, this is the one where she's gonna be no-clipping across the walls and also dealing a bunch of damage by doing so, oh god, grazing this with the card is not a nightmare. Okay, we're capped. Thankfully. That 9.0 graze box is gonna do work for us. When she has the graze counterattack, you just kind of have to pump the brakes, otherwise you need a really good way to clear out bullets. Oh, the frame rate. Probably proccing every single graze. Oh, hey. Is she gonna help? Yes. Not you. Okay, I gotta remember, because I always get fucked up by the crosses, the one that's targeted. Lose a life. Explode! Yeah, Yumemi does not want to, you know, fight Reimu, the person who is ostensibly going to be defending. Oh, damn it. So, she does not. Well, at first she decides she's not going to participate, and then later changes her mind to, I'm going to try to actively stop you. But don't worry, there's a reason for it. Oh god, so many graze. They're not mine. This attack also, I feel, is a little overtuned. Because, like, the bullets on the outside of the ball can absolutely hurt you. Like, it's a fun attack, but it feels a lot of times like you just kind of have to take some damage. It doesn't feel fun. I didn't even get a capture. I'm gonna lose another life, goddamn. Despite all this, I don't think this is the worst version of the Reimu fight I've ever had. I had one where she got a bunch of homing orbitals, and when she's no-clipping around and shooting at you from every angle on the screen, that's bad. This is bad for this one. Anyway, stealth mission. Yeah, that's right. They put stealth in a Toho game. What are you gonna do about it? Inclusivity win. You can also kind of zhuzh through the patterns here, like there is a tiny little gap that you can sneak through. Fucking love this. Oh god, right, this one. Here. 7! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, there's too many bullets for this to be going on for the black hole. Sorry, we don't have to shoot anything during this anyways. I think it'd be cool if there was a variant of this fight that had like Reimu's theme turned into Yumemi's theme. If I park it here, this is survival. This isn't like a damage card, but. Playing this card really risky. Should probably drop a spell card, honestly. A little bit of breathing room. Ah, damn it. I was doing nice. Scientist Strangler. Did you just not give an item? I thought you got an item for this fight. So I definitely have an extra space. Also, you don't permanently lose Yumemi, you get her back, thankfully. Let's see. Can I get one more? Damn. There's nothing here for spell power, unfortunately. Nothing here for spell power, and there's not too much that I really want. I guess I could get Soldier's Helmet. I don't know how many of these bullets coming up kind of simple, but everything else is kind of mediocre. Unfortunate. I don't like this one because turning invisible is so disorienting. Well. I do kind of want to show the other route off, but I don't know that we're going to be able to. I don't believe you can shake down the sign, though. I really should have gotten a sidearm. Why is Mima blowing up the Earth? The short answer is that after the PC-98 games, and she got defeated a second time, her whole thing is that she's a vengeful spirit. It just generally does not like humanity, so she started chanting a spell, basically, and it took her 20 years to do so. She started to lose her mind in the process, and basically became completely and utterly consumed with the idea of doing this. And she was hoping that somebody would show up to stop her, but nobody did. And so she's disappointed in everybody and now just wants to kill whoever is left in space. But the whole plot of the game is discovering why this happened, how it happened, and if there is a way to change it, which there just might be. Because remember, we got a time loop situation going on here. There's a fourth character who is maybe able to bend or break the rules a little bit. Alright, I can clear the orbital bullets. Here we go, you get to hear the extra bit of Mima's theme. Oh, I love grazing. Yum, yum, yum. I like how the orb is just frozen in permanent explosion state right now. Same thing happens though, you get tricked into going to the edge of space and then just fights through the entire solar system. God, the speed gauge just immediately maxing out is very funny. Also, really little detail I love for this fight. There's 3 distance indicators at the bottom for everyone instead of just 2. Actually, I can clear those. I can make a little safe spot for me. I don't think the black hole is tremendously useful here because you can't, you can't skip most of this by dealing damage the way you traditionally can by other means. Gay, 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 homosexual gay. Visually, this fight is very overwhelming. Between your own bullets and all the shit Mima's doing. I think it's so cool, though. Oh no. This Mima found a new bug. Sometimes, I don't know why. She just pieces out. She got mad that I did this last time, so she's doing it to me now. This isn't like a permanent, soft lock or whatever. It will eventually time out, because there is kind of a soft timer, like a little distance meter, but sometimes she just disappears. Again, I love what they're going for this fight, but you can tell it's very clearly, like, there are some bits that maybe don't work the best. But I do appreciate what they're going for. Just wait for her to find her way back here. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, there's so much stuff going on right now that probably... This destroys the frame rate. Actually, I could use this to cross over between the bits too. Bitrate probably loves this part. Bonk. We did find out last time I streamed this, the moon can absolutely miss if you do it between phases. And the moon is an interactable object, which means it will deal damage to you if it hits you. Or the asteroid, or whatever it is. Yeah, they did do an update so you can actually practice these in the practice mode now before they were locked out. Like, I've got a pretty beefy computer, but even then, depending on the interactions you have, you can just get a lot of frame drop. When you have to do thousands of calculations and graphical effects per second, stacking on top of each other, while also doing physics to the bullets themselves, it can probably be a little crusty here and there. It's fine. I'm just gonna drop some crosses here, block it off. I'm getting hit by. Oh, I think I'm touching the rocks a little bit close to him. Alright. The important thing is that we don't get grappled. Getting grabbed is like the singular worst thing that can happen in this fight. I'm not even joking. Like, everything else, like, you'll take a damage or two, but it'll be fine. Getting grabbed, like, you lose so much health. Wahaha, this is Bowser here. Farm that a little more for some more health. We'll be fine, we have the extra life too. If you're far enough away, you can just stand still, like, completely, and none of the bullets will hit you, but you have to be really far away. It is generally not recommended. At least I wouldn't get in trouble. There you go. Otherwise, just quickly hop over and go across her. I'm gonna try to prevent myself from shooting so I don't just completely lag the screen. Apparently this is the refined version of, like, visibility as well. Like, apparently during the beta and, like, demo stuff, the visibility was very, very rough. I feel like at certain levels of bullet density, you just need a big "you are here" arrow. Sadly, we actually have to do this proper this time. No ascension kick for me. outside, you can see how it's actually supposed to be done. Oh god, the yellow ring, that's mine. But I keep thinking it's one of the sun bullets. Jeez. I have to go to the second life. Oh, one time my grazes turned yellow there for a second. That was cool. What's that all about? Okay, so this is how it's actually supposed to be done. Supposed to go between the black bullets and kind of use them to avoid the damage that you take from not being inside of the black bullets. You can also use the little orbitals. Like, that counts as a safe spot. I believe you can also use spell cards, but it's a very, very short period of time. I think we're good. No, we're not. The sun is hot. I'm gonna graze every single one of these. Oh no, it's the small one. That's the graze point. There we go. There's the yellow graze. That's what's happening. Oh god. Problem is all the bullets are also still hitting, so I gotta get real tight in the circle here. Yeah. Block some of those shots. God, I don't know where the safe spot is for this variant of the card, though. Is it, like, just right above her? It's, like, around here, I want to say. No, not there. Okay, so it's kind of, like, just a little bit to the right above her, but, like, this entire line here is safe. I didn't have to go to my second life, though. They give you a second life. You get at least... bare minimum, I'm pretty sure you at least always get 15 HP from your second life. Wait. I got the achievement for getting all my stats to the cap of 9. How? That was weird. Oh, I wonder if when it passed over stats to... Maribel, maybe something went weird with the calculation. Because, like, you can borrow all the items and get them, like, you can get your stats, but it gave me that before I touched that, so I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, she's a little orange. That's fine. She ate a lot of carrots. That's a girl dinner. She's allowed to do that. I almost kind of want to do one of the epilogues, but also, I don't know if I want to spoil it for people. Going on the train it's functionally the end of the game. It's just that you have to watch the credits, so if you've seen them already, then there's not really too much to watch there. Maybe I'll do one of the epilogues. I will not be doing the Maribel epilogue, because that is a lot longer. We'll do the Sumeriko one because that one has a fun bit. Also, you don't get to choose any modifiers for this, you don't get to choose a loadout. So this is basically just, the gang has assembled, everybody has got on the train. We are going to find a way to stop this tragedy. But I'm not gonna, like, go through all the dialogue, because there is a lot. And also there is different dialogue for every single one of the characters. So, every character gets their set of passives. And then you also get a set of predefined loadouts. So, for example, you don't have to take all these, but you probably should. So this one you get... You charge it by taking damage, and it charges by stealing HP, or it charges by taking damage, I should say. So you can take a lot of damage with Sumeriko. That. But yeah, you don't get to modify your loadout. This is what you get for the epilogue, basically. But yeah, you get to canonically enjoy Sumiriko's doppelganger. Because there's a thing in the actual storyline where there are two Sumirikos, technically. But you can read the story. Basically, it's like kind of a boss rush almost. The good thing is that as long as you are dealing enough damage, like as long as you are hitting directly, you're not going to ever start losing health with this shot type. What's the sidearm again? Oh, right, the blades. The blades are also very good. Also, one of Sumiriko's passives allows her to see the path of bullets, so you can see those little really thin yellow and purple lines. Going for captures will help a lot. We also get to go in full widescreen for the epilogues, which is pretty cool. I want to set down the doppelgangers a little bit closer, but I believe popping the thing does respawn them. Oh, I'm gonna capture. Oh, that's right, Sumiriko has the passive where she just no-sells any attack if you're over 100% capture graze. Or 100% graze. Should hang out more often. I don't know if these stat bonuses actually give you a bonus. If that makes sense. Alright, I gotta pop the button to fire again. The one downside is that the doppelganger Sumirikos do not get a hitbox or a graze box like Yumemi does. Yeah, I would like to try and build some sidearm charge. I don't want to try and pop every single shot with the other, like this attack, the main, because that does drain my health if I'm not careful with it. I can capture. Thankfully your HP refills to full between stages anyways. You also get a few extra lives, but you cannot get any more. Kind of like the extra stage, except not exactly. Oh no, I've done her third passive, like I've done all the epilogues. Innate Dream is very funny, but also kind of breaks. I think it like... It kind of ruins a lot of the epilogue, I think, because you just brrr. Reimu's third passive activates Innate Dream, which is a reference to the fighting game, where you can activate that spell card, and then I think if you landed 7 melee hits before the thing ran out, you activated Innate Dream, which was functionally just instant kill. Like it was, they're technically bullets, but there was no way you were going to have enough resources to survive them. And I believe if you do it on the final, like the third round, the final round, whatever, it plays a Toho remix of like the Hokuto no Ken theme. But it's a Reimu's theme instead. The instant kill theme from the Fist of the North Star fighting game. It's a good bit. keep forgetting I have to re-pop the shot to activate shooting mode again. Weird, I don't like it. I don't like this shot type. Here, have some sides. This is the wrong place to be. This is absolutely not where I want to be. Let's get some charge first. The other nice thing with the sides is that not only do they do a good amount of damage if you're on top of an enemy, but then it also will block bullets. Honestly, I think Sumiriko's second passive is kind of stinky. Seeing the bullet paths, it feels like it's just more visual clutter than anything actually helpful. I don't really like it. Then again, it is described as a curse. Mima gives you the curse of knowledge, of knowing where every bullet is going to go. Alright, I can neutralize bullets by popping the primary as well. I feel like my graze, like my sidearm, is not charging very quickly though. I guess I'm so used to having like stupid graze levels from other characters. Because like even Sumiriko, she doesn't have her phone, which normally is really good for graze builds. Because you can drop an orbital that does nothing on its own, but counts as a graze box. So you just drop it down relatively close to where the boss is, and you just get a bunch of free passive graze. It's very good. The only thing is it's not quite as busted as like the Umemi combo, because you can't improve like the graze box size stat. Like that doesn't affect how big the phone graze box is, so a little bit of a downer. Right on top, and so I can shotgun every bullet. What are you gonna do when it's all over? The biggest issue I have with the epilogues is that you have to do every single one before you get to try Maribel's, and like they're all boss rushes, so like you're gonna do the same run of bosses 3 times in a row. So I kind of wish the first 3 were kind of unified in that you could do just one and then you unlock Maribel's, but say la vie. Just gonna chill right here in my scythe and not take damage, if that's alright by you. I feel like you're taking so much less damage from that card. So terrible at this one. Oh right, I have... Is that telekinesis? I keep forgetting I have that too. Grace points, grace points. Yeah, I think that's telekinesis. For some reason I thought that was a spell card, so I was trying to save it. I don't know why. I know why they don't just let you spam the button with this card, but it does feel very rough that you have to keep on popping it. Divine my dubious heaven. graze at? I can't actually tell. A little bit more graze. I think this attack is actually breaking a little bit with the widescreen stuff. I don't think they're going out as far, so like it's completely safe underneath her normally. Where it's not, normally I should say. Got low in health. This loadout is kind of weird because it makes the non-spells scarier. Because, like, once the spell card is active, you can actually just, like, graze and you'll get your free photo. You can just do that. Maybe I'll try and get for, like, sidearm charge for a bit. Oh, I got hit there? My camera. Oh, that's right, she shoots little blades. She chops the ring bullets, I forgot. I don't actually know what the secondary is. Is that the one that just respawns your orbitals? Is that what that does? I don't just want to waste shots here, but at the same time, I do need to shoot her. This attack, this shot type is not great for wide range. I don't know if I can actually buff my stats. I think you can. Oh man. Alright, I gotta get close to the middle. Taking so much damage. We're in the epilogue. This is the bonus, like, I guess you could call it the extra stage equivalent. Kind of a boss rush against every enemy in the game. And then some. Actually, do you... Hang on, if I have my camera charged... Does that actually count as taking damage for the purpose of recharging this? Is that how that you're meant to get your health back? Maybe that's how this is meant to work. Maybe that's why I'm doing so badly now. The only problem is that I don't get capture bonuses if I take damage too close to the end. No, this is not the final boss of the epilogue. This is the stage 5 boss. Alright, this is a different pattern now. Because it's bigger. I gotta dodge it a different way. Stay still here? Did this work? Okay, no, I think this pattern was also not tested for the epilogue, so it just kind of becomes very awkward to dodge. Yeah, I think I'm actually generating more HP by getting the camera charge and then just intentionally tanking a hit. Yeah, I get it back at 5 HP, so I think that's how I'm meant to be doing this. I think the capture? Really? Cringe. Take some sides out. Photo time. I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and shoot directly at her, even if I'm gonna lose a lot of HP. Or I could time out, but it's 30 seconds. Scary. Right up in there. incredibly risky move that I'm doing here, but I want to finish this pattern sooner than later. This pattern's very funny because you can just farm a ton of free graze points. Also, she doesn't get to be invincible during this because there is no off-screen for her to go to. Normally there's supposed to be a gimmick where she goes off-screen for a moment. Ooh. Oh right, this is the counter. This is the counter bullet. Hopefully I can just drop some sides and be mostly safe. Capture? Captures now. Alright, this is the one that I don't think it shows up. Maybe it's one of the harder difficulty cards, but I don't believe this shows up in the actual game, like ever. Maybe if you're playing like Lunatic or something, I don't know. Didn't get a capture though. Alright, so stage 6 is a little different. Because normally this is where you fight your rival for the route, but since we're all on the same trip together... everybody is going to show up. It is going to be a battle royale. Why are there two? Look, if you read the manga. I love if you're not playing as... I think if you're playing as Reimu, there's like 5 enemy health cards here, or enemy like title cards. It's very funny. Capture? Also, there's unique cards here too, because normally you don't get to fight Shiri. Capture. Thankfully, like, you don't have to deal with, you know, losing Yumemi or whatever because it's a unique route, so everybody, like, you get to skip all the gimmick parts where, like, Reimu gets to buy stuff from the store and all that. You'll have to mostly fight them, though, which is cool. Better spot though. Keep taking photos. Captured. Can farm a ton of graze points for this card, thankfully. Because it just spawns a billion bullets out of the center and you can just spam your sidearms as long as they're close. The good news is that in the process of doing the epilogue, we have caught Mima just before She was about to start blasting, and she could not be happier. Yeah, she can't. I guess she can't show you the Earth blowing up in Stage 5 because it didn't technically happen yet. I do love this bit where she did still technically charge an attack for the past 20 years, so she's gonna use it on someone. We get to finally fight the Master Spark. There's also dialogue during this bit, which is pretty cool. Thankfully, we have a ton of graze points here, so we can do a little bit of graze and a little bit of scythe throwing. I believe you do actually have to deal damage, and this isn't like a survival or anything. Terrible. Need to deploy a ton of scythes and park on top of them. Thankfully, there's so much shit going on that you're usually going to get some frame drop, so... I will say this part looks kind of silly. She chases you around with the spark, but also it looks very silly. It looks like a PNG rotating, which, admittedly, Marissa's Master Spark in like the early Toho games also kind of look like shit too. So, oh right, I spent all my blood for the bullet. Oops. It looks very silly. Then something else happens. You actually have to get inside of the Master Spark. I don't know how this works. Don't worry about it. It's magic. It gotta make sense. We're gonna start using some scythes to give us a safe spot to go. Because it's very difficult to dodge this. Those knives in front of us. So we can lane change out of the spark. Close enough I can still get some graze though, so I can spin both sides. Right up there. There we go, yeah. I'm creating so many nice safe spots for myself just by doing this too. Maybe not. But yeah. You actually get to fight Mima properly in a spell card duel, though it's a lot shorter. You don't have to go through the entire solar system. But yeah. I'm not going to do all the epilogues, because A, it'll take a lot longer, and B, I want to, leave a little bit of mystique in case you are still interested. I'm assuming if you've, been watching for the past few hours, you're probably okay with spoilers, but I do think the story in this game is really cool. And I just wanted to play a bit today. Actually, my power never went out, which was nice. But that'll be it for today. Enjoy your weekend, folks. I just wanted to play a little bit of Lens Night Sky. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Actually, what time is it? It's 3:11. I gotta get going. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop off. I will catch you all on Monday. Take it easy, gamers.